Hey guys, what's up? It's Solo, and today we are back. And guess what, guys? The end of the season has come and gone with the final mission, which we're gonna talk about in today's video. And then we're also going to be going over my season 18 predictions, which, mind you, may be biased because I have seen some things, but I'm gonna try not to say anything about like what I've like the information I've seen, but yeah, maybe a little biased. Now, it also is based on just what we know about the current landscape of like disciples and things like that. So anyway, let's get into it. So as you guys know, we just got our final mission. If you guys haven't gotten on to do that yet, basically you go into the helm and there's a weird signal and we don't know where it's from. Well, you get there and it's Callus. Callus has gotten into the helm. Nobody knows how he did it. And he talks about how he's going to give us one more opportunity at salvation. And if we don't take it, then that's our own fault. And it's an ominous message. It really is. But anyway, with that being said, he basically, at this point, the biggest thing about it is the fact that he got into the helm and has infected the helm, and people, like, especially myself, have been wondering if this is what we're gonna see come Lightfall. But you know, that's kind of just a theory, because I feel like the Traveler will get infected or broken during Lightfall, because I feel like you're not gonna name a expansion Lightfall and then have it be a good ending, and that's the thing, is everybody's hoping for the Guardians to lose, because we go through all of these all these seasons and all of these DLCs, and like we kill Savathun even though we thought we couldn't. We killed the Taken King even though the Taken King was a god, And now everybody's like, what if the Guardians lose? What if we actually make the Guardians lose? And the player base has to deal with the fact that the Guardians are not an unstoppable force. And I feel like that's going to be a great plot point for the DLC, is that the Guardians are not an immovable force. And that's just it. Is that I feel like we definitely need the Guardians to lose, because it gets old of just getting sent in to do something and then immediately getting it done. But anyway, with that said, I'm gonna give you guys my predictions again. Might be a little bit biased just because, again, I do browse a lot of leaks and things like that, but I'm gonna try to do it based off of what we already know and how things work with like disciples and things like that. But I feel like next season is going to be a fallen season, and the reason why I say that is because I feel like the next one to get recruited to be a disciple will be Aramis, the Ship Stealer. And we already know that the Ship Stealer is going to rise again because of the prophecy in the Vow of the Disciple raid, which means we're more than likely having to face Aramis a second time. Except this time on a whole different level than we've seen before. And of course, we're gonna not be able to stop her, of course, from turning into a disciple. I also feel like we're gonna get beckoned again to become a disciple next season. And then I feel like that'll lead into season 19, which will be like something will happen. And then it'll lead directly into Lightfall, But I definitely think that Lightfall is gonna be different. And like you can say, oh well, Bungie have said every DLC is gonna be different. And let me explain real quick. Sorry, I had a little bit of a cough there, but so the reason why I think Lightfall is gonna be different, it's gonna be the first time where we play a DLC thinking, oh, everything's gonna end good in the end, and then it doesn't. Because, yeah, you can say, oh, well, Forsaken doesn't end good because Cayde died, but we kill Uldren Zod, the person who kills Cayde. So, yeah, that is still the good ending. You know, and Witch Queen ends with us killing Savathun after finding out the truth, which... cue the tagline, we did survive the truth. But the issue is I definitely think that we are in for the first DLC where we lose. Where the Guardians are tasked to do something and we fail. And like I said, I'm not going to say any leaks. In fact, if you guys want me to do a leak video, and I've already done this before, but leave a like on the video. If we get to 5 likes, I'm putting it lower this time because I think I underestimated, or I overestimated how many likes the last video would get. But if we get 5 likes, I'll go over what leaks I have seen. But anyway, so, but no, I feel like we're going to lose. Like, without any leaks, without any, you know, things like that, I feel like the community needs to have a point where they feel like the Guardians have just lost. Like, we have, in general, lost. And that's the thing, is I think Lightfall is just going to sucker punch us in the face with that. You know, because we're always so used to being the good guys at the end of the day, being the, you know, being the saviors of the last city and everything else. But now we have a lot of threats to deal with. We have Calus. You know, maybe this next season we'll see Aramis join the ranks. And then wherever the hell Nezarec is could join the ranks. Mind you, we have no idea if Nezarec's alive, dead, or otherwise. But, you know, we could see Nezarec join them. And after that, then what do we do? You know? Because at that point, it's not just us versus the Witness. It's not just us versus Calus. It's us versus, like, 5 to 6 bosses by themselves. Calus just turned basically paracosial and is no longer technically bound to the Leviathan due to this season. And who's probably going to go join the Witness either next season or season after that. Not really sure when that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure the Pyramid ship is going to get reactivated on the moon. You know, and we're even seeing Zavala, somebody who, you know, at the beginning of Destiny, you would never think would ever say anything bad about the Traveler because it's a benevolent god. But after this season has basically just said, we're not defending this for the Traveler, we're defending it for our people. And in reality, he's right. The biggest thing that we need to remember is, as a Guardian, we're here to protect the last city, not just serve the Traveler. You know, and if we really don't want what happened to Cayde 6 to happen again, we gotta step up. But again, I feel like something big's gonna happen in a way that we can't fix it. Now, as far as how big I think Lightfall will be as a DLC, I think we might see along more the lines of Forsaken. And the reason why I say that, and mind you, I know that the whole Bungie deal didn't go through, but when they were still working on it is when Bungie gave them the money to go through and hire more people. And that means that we could see a lot more work getting done regardless of when that acquisition came through. So yeah, they have Sony now, which means the final shape's probably gonna be massive in some way. But I definitely think Lightfall is gonna be a moment where people go, oh, this is Bungie. This is why, you know, they keep saying Bungie, you know, all over Twitter and everything else. Because I feel like the showcase is just going to be, like, it's probably going to blow a lot of people away. And, like, you can say, oh, well, you're probably just being a shill, you know. You're probably just being a Bungie fanboy. And it's like, well, you figure the Witch Queen reveal was hype because A, they introduced the newest thing to Destiny, weapon crafting, which, by the way, that's where this scout rifle's from. It's actually my favorite weapon in this game right now, well, besides Malfeasance, which I'm gonna make a Malfeasance video where I talk about how it needs a catalyst. But yeah, and they're trying to add more things. Of course, it's hard because, you know, the community is kind of up in arms about what should and shouldn't be overpowered, and such is the way of game balancing. We all know this. Now, as far as things I think we'll see in Lightfall, I think number one is going to be some sort of new planet that, like, it's gonna be like a new planet, but it's gonna feel different. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, like, the Throne World technically is not a planet. Like, it's planetary size, but it's not like an actual planet because it exists in the like, you know, Throne World plane or the Ascendant plane, if I'm correct. Wherever it is, I'm pretty sure it's the Ascendant plane. But with that in mind, if you take a look at, you know, all the stuff we had, you know, everybody always talks about, oh man, the directory feels empty because it feels like there's nothing there. Well, the easy solution to that is give us another planet. You know, a big planet that you can explore, that, you know, kind of like Europa. That was one of the big things I liked about Europa, is it felt different. You can say, oh, well, it's just the same thing, you know, it's an exploration zone and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but we're going to have patrol zones for every single planet that comes into the game. But the reason why I say it felt different is because Europa, like, when you step foot on Europa, you always felt like it was a cold, eerie, desolate planet that, you know, has just a bunch of hostile mobs on it. And that's basically what it is. But it had a really great atmosphere, and that's where we got, you know, like the Deepstone Crypt, which arguably, hands down, has one of the best sound design, like one of the best, not only sound designs, but like soundtracks for a Destiny raid that we've seen in years. Because if you guys, like, Deepstone Lullaby is a absolute bop. And I think a lot of the community agrees on that. But regardless, I definitely feel like we're gonna see a new planet along the lines of, I feel like it's going to be, you know, I feel like they're gonna announce the planet and people are gonna be like, oh shit. And because, like, when Witch Queen was announced, like, they announced a lot about Witch Queen when it was, like, fully revealed, right? Which was literally on, like, I think the day before they're doing this next one. I think, yeah, the Witch Queen was revealed on August 22nd of last year, and this one's being revealed on the 23rd. And so that means, A, we have a similar release window for Lightfall. So that's kind of exciting because that means it's going to be about end of February when we get Lightfall. And yeah, so I'm definitely excited to see what, you know, all the devs are talking about, because it's not like usually like you'll see the community managers talking about Bungie and stuff like that, but like there's a lot of people who are like who work at Bungie who are usually just like silent during everything, who are literally super excited for the showcase. I feel like something big's gonna get revealed, and you're probably like, oh yeah, it's probably gonna be, you know, oh, that there's gonna be a raid in Lightfall, which we kind of figure there's gonna be a raid in Lightfall. But again, I feel like it's gonna hit how Vow the Disciple did and just be different. Because when you walk into Vow the Disciple and do Rulk for the first time and get punted for the first time, you're like, okay, this is different. And that again comes from Bungie hiring new people and being able to translate very cool ideas onto, you know, from paper to the game. And so with Season 18, I feel like they're not only going to plant a catalyst that's going to change Destiny's universe entirely with Lightfall, but also I feel like it's going to come in differently. Because I bet you $20, like they've been hearing, you know, that the seasonal model has kind of gotten stale and stuff like that. And from rumors, it sounds like this is probably, for Bungie, the like most hyped season that they're coming out with. Which, mind you, I know a lot of people at Bungie will say that like the next like little bit of the seasons, and then Lightfall, and then the seasons, and then yeah, the final shape is probably going to be the hypest Destiny is going to be in this arc. But also, like, we don't know what is coming in the seasons. Like, they could sit there and switch it up and be like, yeah, so there's like 5 seasonal activities, and each one's harder. Or they could like put in like a horde mode that has like a bunch of modifiers, and like I said, it's like Risk of Rain, where the longer you play it gets harder. And that's the biggest thing, is we don't know what they're going to do officially until it comes out. And at this point, it comes out in a week. 7 days. By the time this goes up, it's going to be 6. You know, and the biggest things that are keeping me hype about everything is the fact that, like, I just have a good feeling Bungie knows what they're doing. And I feel like a lot of people have quote-unquote lost that because of how, like, YouTube and Twitter and Reddit kind of paint Bungie staffs and everything. You know, they kind of paint them as, oh, they're incompetent. Ha ha ha. And this is coming from people who have never tried to balance the game. But I already did that in my last video. My last, like, official video. I already talked about that. But yeah, I'm just excited to be able to see the next chapter of Destiny. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things revealed. I'm hoping they reveal a new subclass, but I'm unsure if they're going to yet. I feel like they'll wait until, like, I don't know, like the Game Awards or something. But I'm not sure, you know. Because last time they did a showcase, they revealed quite a lot, including weapon crafting, glaives, what the legendary difficulty was going to be like. Did they reveal exotics? Or did they do that in a TWAB? I think they did that in a TWAB, but I'm not sure. I'd love to also, like, if they do something different, I'd love to see, like, a new weapon type again. Because, like, yeah, you can come out and say, oh, glaives are bad, but I enjoy them pretty well, honestly. And I'd love to see them add more and more weapon types to the game over time, so then we can have even more variety, even though a lot of people will just be like, no, that's too much variety, too much to track. But next season, we are getting more stats to the end game inspect, so we'll be able to see more stats and actually be able to tailor our loadouts even more. We also know that some other things are getting reworks, including like Banshee, stuff like that. But as far as like what's actually going to go on in the season, besides leaks, we don't have anything really, because Bungie's keeping it close to their chest. Besides the leak of the new super icon, there's nothing significant to go off of besides the final mission from today, which is just basically Callus. And yeah, that's about it for all I have to say. I definitely think we're gonna see at least a different approach to things going forward, especially with seasonal content. I feel like Bungie gets the hint that, you know, the seasonal content has gotten a little stale and are probably going to try to fix that. But yeah, I'm hoping the Lightfall reveal is going to be informational. I'm really hoping for a new subclass. That'd be great. I'd love to see something like extraordinary come out of Bungie with the new subclass. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that video here. If you guys did enjoy, hit the like button, comment down below. What are you most excited for the showcase? Like I said, personally, I'm excited for new subclass. But yeah, leave a comment down below. And guys, don't forget to like the video. 5 likes, you guys unlock a leaks video. It probably might not come out. I'm not going to set a goal for when this has to be achieved. I'm just going to say that if we get 5 likes, I'll talk about the leaks. But it's kind of redundant because, like, a lot of the leaks I've seen are in regards to Lightfall, which is getting revealed on Tuesday. So, yeah. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications, or else my Crab Titan's coming for you. And, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.